Can't see y'all.
And we live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Let's go ahead and pull up the Facebook.
What's going on Facebook, man? And unfortunately, I feel like I ain't gonna be able to see none of y'all comments, man. So listen, I'm gonna be
Oh,
talking,
you
and
can see
I'm
the comments from your phone, bro. You can see the comments from your phone. If you go down to
how
the bottom on the StreamYard, it should say
they say chat. I see you say chat,
yeah,
live
so
comment. I say live comments right there. Okay, but
yeah.
I gotta like literally come in and check in. Okay, that's cool. I gotta come in and check in literally once in a while. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just ain't nothing wrong with checking in just a little bit for the people. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Guess it'd be good practice. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Let's see,
yeah,
is
man.
that like as people let the folks come on in, come on in.
Come on in. But I feel like it's something. But I can be able to see people come in though. But it's cool. It's cool though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll make more of a make more for an organic conversation. You feel me?
Yeah, it should. Sure. It should. Um Facebook about to have a new design? Ah shit.
I'm changing the interface.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, man, as y'all come in, we just gonna have a conversation about we trying to have a positive conversation. You know what I'm saying? We trying to it's
We
Easter.
calling this the gospel, man.
It's the
We calling this the chopped up edition of the gospel. What this means is we trying to stick to some good news, positivity. You know what I'm
we trying to
saying?
bring the good
As a matter of
news.
fact, I'm gonna take y'all back to my high school days a little bit. You know, I'm a bit of a pessimist. You know what I'm saying? But even your best pessimists gotta learn how to celebrate a little bit of optimism in their pessimism. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
Or how the Afro pessimist say it. You feel me? You gotta be able to find a little bit of social life within social death. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we hopefully we'll be able to sprinkle a little bit of good vibes.
Yeah, man, it's all about smiles, man. It's all about smiles. We already dealing with a health crisis, and we know that smiling keep people happy. You feel me?
What's up, Tiff?
And typically we be on the drama too, but we ain't gonna keep y'all long. It's Easter, so spend time with your family. But we trying to
Yeah.
give y'all some smiles. You know what I'm saying? Some things to be happy about. The gospel during the corona. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm sharing it. Um, damn, you can't even go. Oh yeah, you can't even do it, George.
I'm scared, dog.
Yeah, you can't even do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. Hopefully, we get Toya to be able to share it as well. And
But
then,
Fortunato can't even share it, man. Everybody right now, can y'all do me a personal favor and please share the podcast right now? You know what I'm saying? And listen, I know right now I'm in the car. You feel me? But listen, we go back and we edit this, and it sounds a whole lot better. We available on all podcasting platforms. I'm talking about Blog Talk Radio, Apple Podcasts, you name it. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? We on it. You feel me? All you gotta do is look up the chop up. You know what I mean? We got a little professionalism in the production as well. You know what I'm saying? It just got a little raw edge, like most podcasts do.
You know how that go. And so we can go ahead and get into it, man. This is the chop up. It's your boy Damo, the political plug. We in the building on this Easter Sunday. You
On
feel
this
me?
Easter Sunday, it's your
I got
boy,
my
man.
boy with me.
It's your boy George Lee, aka Consciously. Don't forget to Lee. Y'all make sure y'all go check my website out, georgeleespeaks.com.
Right,
You know,
right. Right. And here we are, still quarantined or sheltered in place, or however y'all want to call it. You feel me? But we still in here. You know what I mean? We still bringing y'all the information. We still trying to keep the conversation going. Now, shout out to Toya. She had a previous engagement. She may or may not be joining us later. Hopefully she does. But for the time being, we just gonna rock out. And this is the gospel episode. Not necessarily on a religious tip, but more so on bringing the good news, man. Some things to be happy about, things to smile about. You feel me? Just because it's a lot of pandemonium going on with the pandemic. You feel me? And niggas stressing, and we worried about getting sick. Everybody wearing masks and gloves. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a lot of stress. You feel me? People losing their jobs. People ain't able to work. Business is shutting down. Recreation is low because niggas can't get out the house. You know what I mean? So what we want to do today, you feel me, is we want to take some time out to just put some smiles on some faces. You feel me? Beyond the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying?
it could be on the coronavirus.
You know, So George, why do you feel like the gospel is important? Talk to the people. Shout out to Jay Wig in the building, Oklahoma City's finest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Appreciate you
shout out to Jay
joining us.
Wig, man. Hey, I think that in harsh times, reality times right now, you feel me? I feel like the just based off of the proximity that this coronavirus is starting to get to a lot of people, and not only just the coronavirus, but a lot of the implications, social, political, like economic, in terms of how it's impacting those different spheres of how we live in our lives. It's a lot of people that I'm seeing now on my social media platforms, on my Facebook, like my actual Facebook friends, my actual people on Instagram that's are like creating RIP posts about, you know what I'm saying, uncles and daddies and, you know what I'm saying, grandfathers, because they passed, you know what I'm saying, due to the coronavirus. You feel me? And to me, I think that because of how I was raised, it made me think sometimes like I'm just gonna be appreciative right now of the little small, like the small things. You know what I'm saying? Like peep game. Shout out to everybody right now that's watching the podcast or that's tuned into the podcast, whether you tuned in live or you watching this right now at a later time. You know what I'm saying? There's people that chose not to. It's people that can't watch the podcast, or people that don't watch the podcast. Both. Whether they choose to, you know what I'm saying, whether they can't access it, you feel me, whether they not alive today, you know what I'm saying, whether they have more pressing things to worry about than worrying about, you know what I'm saying, a podcast, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the, you know.
That's the game, man. That's the reality of it. And yeah, I mean, again, I know I said this on a previous episode that this is kind of like an adult snow day, but you got a lot of people losing their job, but at the same time, we being forced into situations where we need to focus on the little things, where the little things gotta matter more. You know what I mean? Like having time where you forced to spend with your family, when you always on the go, when you always being pushed towards work or towards shopping or running errands, you feel me? So like this is opportunity where we could take in actually having the time to spend with our loved ones. You feel me? Now, that also comes with its own challenges.
Yeah.
You feel me? That definitely comes with their own challenges. But at the same time, I think we should focus on the humor in those challenges. And one of the things that I think is the funniest things coming out of the shelter in place, the schools being closed down, is homeschooling. Parents having to teach their kids.
so like, I feel like the old folks should say, let me humble your ass. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I feel like there's been a lot of people that's been humbled. I think about just the trials and tribulations of being a teacher in terms of dealing with students in the most, I feel like, stressing times trying to teach them something. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Also, I feel like just seeing how challenging a lot of the content actually is. You feel me?
Yeah. I mean, because you know what the thing is, school didn't change since from when we been, you know what I'm saying, we was in school. Even since from when you was in school, you younger than me. You feel me? So it's like you got Common Core math is all different. And because I ain't got kids, so I'm just kind of peeping game and seeing what the issues is.
Hey,
you know what I mean? And like, 1 + 1, you get to that different. 2 × 2, you get to that different. That shit ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Like your parents is sitting here trying to figure out this new math that ain't got nothing to do with the math that they was dealing with.
Where it is. But last night, my wife was helping my nephew on some homework. You know what I'm saying? In the 8th grade, and he was working on his English homework. And it was something like called like an advent or something like that. You feel me? Where it's like a verb that could come off as a noun, or a noun that can be seen as a verb or some shit like that. Yeah. They had to be able to point out in examples which one, like where it was, and also but whether it was the subject or the preposition. You know what I'm saying? The proposition. You feel me? It's just like I'm so far removed from conjunction function. You know what I'm saying? Like
because you like it's like once you get past it, once you get through it, you just like, damn, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? It's now the teacher's job. You feel me? But it's like, damn, nah, that shit, it's literally been flipped. And we see an entire dynamic of whole semesters of kids, you know what I'm saying, sitting at home having to deal with their parents now. And to be for real, as much as being at home is more fun than being at school, bro. If I was a kid, I would rather be at school. I don't want my mama homeschooling.
But the good thing
and let us know y'all experiences in the chat, man. If y'all teaching y'all kids, if y'all dealing with it, let us know. But also,
T. Smith,
when you was a kid, would you have rather been homeschooled by your parents and been at the crib during this time, or having like a or having to actually go into school? You know what I'm saying? Which one is worse?
I ain't going nowhere, Tiff. I'm just sitting in the car, man. My kids sitting there, we being, you know what I'm saying, being loud and stuff. So I'm in the car to this time. I seen you commenting normally late. But hey, shout out to the homie Derek Grace, man. I'm saying, if y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all should go follow him on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter and on Instagram. But you know what I'm saying, you follow him on Instagram or whatever. He has this concept called unlearn, relearn. And what I'm seeing right now is a lot of parents and a lot of I feel like kids, you know what I'm saying, students is being forced to unlearn and relearn a lot of things that they kind of been conditioned by the classroom, where the classroom should be like, into how I feel like how the learning process should go down. You know what I'm saying? So you know, and you know what I'm saying, Derek Grace got a lot of different content that he be, you know what I'm saying, pushing and, you know what I'm saying, selling or whatnot, in terms of, I feel like, very empowering content that's for times like this. You know what I'm saying, like the in-home banking system, in-home banking game, and all that and whatnot. You feel me?
Yeah, but this the thing though, bro. Like, the problem is, you feel me, you already done unlearned it. You know what I'm saying? But and the curriculums that they giving out, you know what I mean? Like, that's the
Yeah, but yeah,
and that's the
now that you're being forced to unlearn, relearn, a kind of like reciprocating infinite process now.
Yo, now Sonny, this is some of the funniest shit that I done came across. You feel me? 3 hours in the homeschooling, one is suspended for skipping class, and the other one has already been expelled. You know what I mean? And see, y'all expect, that's the thing. Y'all expect y'all kids to be babysit, you know what I'm saying, by these teachers. You feel me? You got to spend a day with them. You already kicking them out the damn school. You feel me? I need to assess yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where have you been slacking on because you can send your kids to school, goddamn it.
House
I
rules
this
too. Do you go in the refrigerator at school? No.
use your school stomach. You feel me? Hey, if you can sit your ass in class hungry, don't bring your ass in this house trying to eat every 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because the refrigerator is 15 feet away. And that's why I wouldn't want to be home. Because it's too tempting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is.
Man, I ain't seen that one, man. It's a good one right there.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go through it. Schools, we're shutting down. Keep your kids home. Parents, keep them in my house where I live. Yo, hey, and as a let me know from the parents, yo. Is school a luxury? You feel me? Like, just to be able to just like give your kids to somebody. Are we learning something new about the value of the schooling system? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh man, I think we is. I feel like my kids too young to go to school, but they was going to daycare, and I guess but shit, I ain't really going to work. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. I guess it is what it is.
that's crazy though. Like, I
I guess
mean,
it would be cool if my kids was going to the daycare at least a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, give boy a little break or something. But
hold on. I got a question for the parents though. Y'all don't like y'all kids? Like,
I think that a lot of parents after a while know, like, damn, my kids get on my nerves. Move around.
yeah. I mean, that's with anybody though. You get you know what I'm saying. You get annoyed with regular people. You know what I'm saying. So your children who are very dependent. You feel me? You know what I'm saying. So I get it. We got Shonda Rhimes here talking about on Twitter talking about been homeschooling a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old for 1 hour and 11 minutes. Teachers deserve to make $1 billion a year or a week. Again, what's the value in being able to dump your kids off? What's the value in it? It's priceless. Being able to just having a state mandate where you just like, here, take these little motherfuckers. That's priceless.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else we got here. He said, my wife and I started today excited to homeschool our 6 and 8-year-old. We'll teach them so much and do cool projects. It's definitely some white people. Halfway through day one, and we realized that we're underqualified, and the best course of action is to let them watch Netflix. Lord have mercy. See,
hey
parents,
man. Hey. I think though, when it comes to like teaching though, we know that, you feel me, just because you have experienced it, it don't make you an expert in it. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
So I think that what a lot of people is realizing is this, like, shit, or anybody can teach. They put anybody in them classrooms. You know what I'm saying? Some people say that, it's like, no, you actually need to give them their touche. You know what I'm saying? but though I think that even though there's been a lot of people that have been kind of complaining about, you know what I'm saying, or like making jokes out of, you know what I'm saying, like kind of the burden of having their kids in terms of homeschooling, I do think that there will be an increase of homeschooling after this is all said and done.
Yeah. I mean, because what you're gonna see is, I mean, because now we learning something new about a lot of things that actually not even learning something new. We giving ourselves the opportunity to experiment with a lot of things that, from a traditional standpoint, institutionally, you had to leave to do. You feel me? Whether it's go to school, whether it's work, like we saw how easy it was in a more technical day and age to transition and shift from having to come into a particular institution to just going straight into doing it from home. I mean, the quickness by which we had to do it kind of created some issues, but I mean, think about it. Like you literally you made it possible to learn in a matter of a couple weeks. In some schools, in a matter of days. You feel me?
That's that unlearn, relearn I'm talking about though. That's that process of unlearn, relearn, learn.
Yeah, I mean that's a part of it. That's a part of it. So I mean, y'all, like I said, y'all let us know in the chat what experiences. I mean, we got Tiffany here. She said she love her kids. Shout out to Tiff. She said I love mine, and I'm very okay with helping them. I'm just lost and confused trying to do it. Definitely understandable. You know what I mean? And I mean, moving forward, this may also have parents be more involved with what it is that their kids is learning. Now parents are going to be more like, hold on. This, are you going to have more of a pushback on shit like Common Core math? You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that just is convoluted and complicated as compared to the arithmetic that niggas are, you know, that our parents learned up and that we learned growing up. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the interesting things in terms of like positivity that we can look forward to. Because I mean, shit, being more involved in understanding the curriculum that your kids is going through is a good thing. You feel me? Now you had to do it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. The next thing, what I think is dope is what's happening with the environment. Now, it's been articles, a lot of information is coming out. You got dolphins popping up in places. You got, you know what I'm saying, the animals just showing up in places where they stayed away from initially. Pollution is low. I'm gonna pull up an article now to just kind of show the 7 ways that the environment is being affected. And it's we seeing a positive impact on the environment.
Definitely,
with
man.
Niggas staying in the crib. Would you say, George?
I feel like almost where it's just like you see that at the planet is all like recovering and healing from a lot of different, you know what I'm saying, I feel like bad different human patterns, you know what I'm saying. I feel like that was really having a bad impact on the globe.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that, right? Like a large portion of the conversation has been centered around. I mean, especially going into this year with the Paris Accord, global warming,
and you still got Tiffany comment on the other thing too.
Oh yeah, I'll take care of it. But global warming, all of that type of shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's already been a large part of it. But now seeing like, all right, this has to be the focus. You feel me? Like, I mean, now we seeing blatant evidence of like this is the impact of what people do. So we look here, what we got. Number 1, air pollution has dropped significantly in China. That's big. They said that one of the main impacts of the coronavirus outbreak has been a significant drop in, and this is from interestingengineering.com, a significant drop in air pollution in many parts of the world, most notably seen in developed or developing industrial nations like China and in Europe. The drop shows just how much industrial activity has been shut down as of late. Right, so even here in the screenshots, they got satellite imagery from NASA and the European Space Agency, and they have actually been able to see the reduction in terms of what they're able to see from space. You know what I mean? Like, and to say that China is having a significant drop in air pollution is huge. I mean, you don't want to breathe over there. You feel me? You got to bring an extra set of lungs when you go to China. Matter of fact, you don't want to eat a lot of fish. You don't want to eat no fish. You know what I'm saying? Just because of a lot of the issues that they don't have regulation. They don't give a fuck about the environment. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of the reality. And so they industrialization has had a huge impact on the pollution that comes specifically from them. and to see a dramatic increase because of the coronavirus and everything having to shut down, that's significant, bro.
Yeah.
What else we got?
2.
Second, the waters in Venice are clean once again. Another unexpected effect on the environment from the coronavirus has been seen in Venice, Italy. With tourist numbers culled because of the virus, the waters in Venice canals are cleaner than they have been in living memory. With things like motorboats effectively grounded, sediment churning, and other water pollutants have dropped dramatically. In most areas of Venice, residents have been amazed by how clear the water has become. And what's crazy is how quickly you see that impact happening, because like shit only been shut down like for a matter of months, and we already starting to see the reverse. You know what I'm saying? In the
quick.
in the negative shit. You know what I mean? This is the type of shit that we need to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like we mad because we inconvenienced. You know what I mean? But like when you see the positive nature of just sitting the fuck down, of having to sit the fuck down.
I think that we can. I feel like if we're being like reflective or critical, we see that we tear a lot of the earth down out of convenience and out of entertainment and instant gratitude. You feel me? Because it's like most tourists that's going to Venice, they going to snap a couple of Instagram pictures, no matter where they from in the world. You know what I'm saying? They going to snap a couple of pics, eat a little food and dip. You know what I'm saying? They throwing stuff in the water. They, you know what I'm saying, doing a whole bunch of different things that's making it where the environment is having a lot of long-term impacts. And I feel like we're seeing it's very short-term right now that I feel like it's having some kind of temporal things happening. You feel me? Or I say temporal, like small, minor things happening. That's good. That's the thing we should celebrate.
Next, we got New York air is also gotten cleaner. You know what I'm saying? With many people around the world self-isolating volunteer. You said what?
New York.
Yeah, bro. They didn't got their shit cleaning. Said researchers have found that there have been a 5 to 10% drop in air pollutants like carbon dioxide in New York. Methane emissions have also dropped significantly. Traffic levels are also significantly down, with some estimating a region of 35%. Carbon monoxide emissions have also dropped by somewhere in the region of 50%. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like just by niggas chilling for a month, or because we really only been under this for about about a month or so.
Yeah, about a month, 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, with just that little bit of time. That's all it took. You know what I mean? Like this is what we mean by the good news. Yeah, like it's shit that we like. For example, it's shit that we can do to clean up the air. You know what I'm saying? Like it's shit that we can do to fix the environment. We just got to be able to be willing to do those things. You know what I mean? Now, whether or not we are willing to do those things, like that's an entirely different question. But
and too, I think that I want to point out, I don't think you have to be a tree hugging environmentalist. You know what I'm saying? One of those stereotypical ones anyway, you know what I mean? To I feel like give a damn about the environment, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you don't. I mean, everybody should
be an ecologist to give a damn about the environment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah. Everybody should be giving a fuck about the environment. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, these are things that, again, we don't need to spend our time focused on, what we're being denied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
another thing too. I think that came out recently. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump was asked at a press conference about the Tiger King documentary. You know what I'm saying? And shit. Though he said he ain't seen it yet. You feel me? He said that his son Donald Jr. seen the documentary and said he actually gonna look into. You know what I'm saying? Pardoning Joe Exotic because he felt like that 22-year sentence, you know what I'm saying, was a little severe. You know, so I think the funny thing about that is like, so you don't think he's innocent. You ain't say nothing about that. You think that his sentence was too crazy, but he was found guilty of trying to kill somebody.
I mean, it's Donald Trump we're talking about, bro.
But it's funny. It was funny though. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Joe. And what's crazy, bro? You know how you have like niggas. It's like, why y'all watching the Tiger King documentary? Y'all should be reading this and and blah 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 blah. Hey, bro, if ain't nobody else told you that you was cool for watching that shit, you feel me? Not cool in terms of like your, you know what I mean, status, but like you good. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, people that has taken this time to actually just like sit back and binge Netflix. Hey, bro, do not listen to the people that's telling you that you wasting your life. Don't listen to none of them motherfuckers. If you actually taking the time and just chilling, binging shows with the fam, binging shows with your lady, binging shows with your man, yeah, or whoever you choose, you know what I'm saying, to lay up with, do that. You know what I'm saying? Take this opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, take this opportunity. This is your time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Enjoy that goddamn Carol Baskins. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Enjoy talking shit about her and what she did, whether or not she killed her husband. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the conversations that you have with it on people on Facebook.
This is Carol Baskin.
You know what I mean? Because like these are some of the things that we actually get to, you know what I mean, connect with other people on when we can't really go nowhere else. You know what I mean? When you can't just go outside or just go to the mall and just see people, whatever.
Hey, speaking of that too, though, I think one of the cool things too, silver linings in this is that a lot of, like, for the lack of better terms, bigots. They used to talk shit about, people telling a lot of, like, African American athletes to, like, shut up and dribble, shut up and run, or, you know what I'm saying, they shouldn't be paid that much because they don't fight for the country, this, that, and the other. We see now how much we're valuing, you know what I'm saying, entertainment and entertainers. And we're seeing how much they kind of add to the value of life, you know what I'm saying, in terms of our life enjoyment. You feel me? And I think that that's something to think about, you know what I'm saying, which is good. You feel me? Like peep this, bro. Peep how good this is for the. Actually, I'm asking this. Do y'all think this is good for the culture? You know what I'm saying? I see that we got like 6 comments, so we check out the comments. You know what I'm saying? But I seen that NBA players, or the NBA held a NBA 2K tournament.
Yeah.
And played it on TV.
Yeah. Then Devin Booker won.
Yeah, and Devin Booker won. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's just like, to me, that's like so funny and dope. You feel me? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's because it's it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we now seeing the impact of the digital age
in a video game at that.
Because like shit, like what 30 years ago, 40 years ago, some shit like this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, people ain't got the, well, you gotta go back further than that, actually, now about 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some shit like this happened. You know, you ain't able, you may not be able to communicate with family.
Yeah,
I mean,
hey,
you
30,
completely
40 years
shut
ago,
off.
it wasn't as accessible, though. Cell phones wasn't as accessible. The internet wasn't as accessible. I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, we actually got the internet, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, definitely it wasn't nothing like we have right now. It was like dial-up and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
AOL and shit, you feel me?
Yeah, I mean, because I didn't heard from partners that, you know what I'm saying, I ain't heard from in years. You feel me? Just on some, one of my partners hit me up on PlayStation Network. You know what I'm saying? He sent the message like, hey, shoot me your number, bro. And shit, we was rapping. You feel me? Because it's like, you in the house, you have the ability to connect with people. Yeah, I mean, if you ain't really be on social media like that, this is one of the few things that we can find value in social media outside the drama and the other bullshit that be associated with it on a daily, the day-to-day basis.
I'm also like to think of the double-edged sword of globalization. You know what I'm saying? Like, on one end, globalization is what keeps us together. You know what I'm saying? But on the other end, the globalization is kind of what leads to all of, like, the outsourcing and all of the, you know what I'm saying? I feel like exploiting it, and, you know what I mean? The environment and shit.
Well, yeah,
but I think that what's good about the globalization right now is we see that we're still able to be communicated with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it, 30, 40 years ago, you either have to decide, do I want to listen to the podcast, or do I want to be able to open my phone lines? If somebody called me, do I want to say, no, I couldn't answer the phone?
It wasn't even phone podcast. She was like, I gotta listen to if I want to hear somebody talking how we talking right now, I gotta have the radio station. I gotta know who, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta know what time they come on. I gotta be able to get the receipt. It's a lot. You feel me? It's a lot.
Radio would be jumping back about this. Something like this would have happened. Like, radio would have been stupid.
Yeah. It
was already dumb already.
I mean, and that's one thing that's constantly being discussed. I mean, I know Toya brought this up in the previous episode. Is this how the internet is a commodity? It's not a luxury. You know what I'm saying? It's a utility. You feel me? It's something that's necessary for the operation of a household in terms of communication.
Tiffany said you returned 2 bags of salmon to Walmart yesterday.
Yeah, man, you can't. But I mean, but that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like we need to, again, let's keep that positive shit.
Understand people in your house. I'm trying nothing that they add. I check into your life more than any celebrity. But yeah, technology helped to get each other to though. If it was back then, we would have been able to get each other to spread it.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's just the value and where we are in communicating. And George has dropped off. He'll be back on once he get back on the link. But that's the value in where we are in terms of communicating nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Again, and this ain't to trivialize people actually going through shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you, people that lost their job, you on unemployment now, you know what I mean, whatever the circumstances, or you need somebody to watch your kids because you know they don't have school and you going to work. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of crazy shit in terms of the people who aren't well off and what they got to deal with. But we got to be able to find like that silver lining, you know what I'm saying, in this shit. And I mean, I'm doing the best I can to try to find that shit. That's why I wanted to do the show today, to be able to just kind of like shit. I want to say hi to y'all just on some what's up type shit. I don't always want to be the bearer of bad news. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to always.
I always try to be the one spitting some controversy, or
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Fuck the controversy. We just want to shoot. Like today, we just shooting the shit with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Also, just see a nigga smiling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if you ain't seen a nigga smiling all day, you got to see a nigga smiling today.
Because on this Easter Sunday.
On this Easter Sunday, on this gospel, you know what I'm saying?
Mental health is wealth.
All of that shit. Yo.
For you to get that bag.
If ain't nobody told you matter, you motherfucking matter. Whoever, to everybody that's listening, you matter. If ain't nobody told you that, that's the gospel. You know what I mean? That's the good news. You feel me? You here, you made it through another one. You know what I mean?
You alive today. You woke up this morning. You know what I'm saying? You have the ability to receive messages. You know what I'm saying? You can comprehend with somebody, or you know what I'm saying, sending you messages. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you're able to hear this, you know.
Yeah. Because look, any other time, somebody will be telling you, you got somewhere you gotta be. Any other time you want to sit your ass down, even though you sitting down for longer than you probably would think to. You feel me? Embrace it. It ain't gonna be no other time that shit that we hopefully able to have to do some shit like this, because usually only this type of shit happen when everything gets shut the fuck down over some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Nigga, this is like we taking a breather. I ain't gonna lie, I've been using it like that. I mean, and it may be a luxury for me, you know what I'm saying, because I'm able to work from home, and you know, I'm strengthening everything to people who got to do the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And, support those people. I mean, I reached out to, some of the homies to let them know, like, shit, if y'all need anything, shit, I'll let your boy, because some people going through it. You know what I mean? So, sure. That's really how it go, man. We ain't really come here to be too long-winded today.
Yeah, man.
We just wanted to smile, you know what I'm saying? Say what's up to the people.
Y'all make sure y'all go tell a friend to check out the podcast and chop up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, make sure you please share this. You feel me? Whether you watching this right now, or you watching this in the morning, or you watching this tomorrow, you feel me? After you done watching this, so then while you watching this, go on and hit that share button. You know what I'm saying? And if you're watching this song, I mean, if you listen to this right now on Apple Podcasts, you should share this link. Share the description with one of your homies. So I'm saying, go send that thing. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey, go ahead.
Send us some ideas.
Yeah. If it's anything y'all want to hear us talk about, you know what I'm saying, let us know. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back Thursday. You feel me? Make sure y'all follow me at The Political Plug on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, all of that. Same thing with your boy George Lee at George Lee. Also, you can find him at GeorgeLeeSpeaks.com. You can find the podcast wherever you get your podcast. iTunes, you know what I'm saying? Google it. Actually, just Google the Chop Up Podcast. You will find us. And before we get out of here, just again, remember, smile. You know what I'm saying? You got a reason to. This shit is crazy, but smile. We're gonna get through it. Y'all be easy. Happy Easter. You know what I'm saying? Keep spreading the gospel.
Happy Easter, man.